And forge into... Yeah, one of our 3s. They are high evolutionary. Probably not playing that. Well, golly! We take those, gamers. We take those when your brood ends up being bigger than the absorbing man. Full start here for us. They already played the She-Hulk, so there's no incentive to Mobius. I suppose we just do this. Naza B with the 95-month resubscription. One of the subs of all time. You've seen it all. Thanks for coming back again and again and again. Hope life's treating you all right. I've been playing the crap out of the Pixie deck for days, and Red Guardian is barely an upgrade to it. Yeah, I mean, that deck was good before is definitely true. Sure. Sure.
Victory.
I found the Pixie deck's main weakness is not being able to do anything against big power. It's such a weird mindset to hear someone describe a deck playing Sentry and Red Hulk as not being able to do anything against big power. I feel like people's brains are almost fundamentally broken when it comes to tech cards, that they can't just like match up your stats into their stats. I've seen people adding Shang to the Pixie Deathstrike deck, and I think it's a huge mistake. It's not actively solving a problem that the archetype has. Wait, the way that deck addresses big numbers on the opposing side is by playing its own big numbers out. Just pass here. I'm not in a rush. How does it interact with Tribunal or hella big numbers? I assume that's what they mean by big power. I mean, your assumption is nonsense, because saying you need Shang-Chi to interact with big numbers and then assuming that by big numbers they mean big numbers that Shang doesn't interact with is a deep void of critical thinking. Come on now. I assume they mean this thing that doesn't do what I'm talking about. What? Excuse me? What?
Opponent snapped.
I didn't say the deck needed Shang. That's the context of the conversation that we're having, is the deck doesn't need Shang to deal with big numbers. Is it crazy to play Brood into the Cosmopath? Do I need the extra energy? I don't need the extra energy here, right? I'd rather keep the Nebulous Ball. Maybe I just do this? Yeah. Nova to Cosmo. I want to keep the Nebulous Ball. We're not guaranteed to draw the Killmonger. If I do this, the Red Hulk ends up at 29. This is 18. And then plus 8 is only 26. I can't use all my energy this turn because I played into Hope's Edge. I think this is the line. It gives me plus 12 in the middle, and it gives me 12, 14, 18, 24 on the left. Thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Someone asked, are the better Sera decks Surfer decks playing Sera Getters? Just an experiment. I don't think Surfer is an established enough archetype in the current format to really say deterministically good or bad builds are or aren't doing particular things, if that makes sense. So, this was one of the top statted Red Guardian decks on Untapped. I don't have strong opinions about the cards in it. Maybe we'll have some strong opinions after we play some games. As of right now, mostly neutral on all of it. To gain some experience. Yeah, I guess that's fair to say. The most popular Surfer deck recently is this. It's weird. I know we call that Toxic Surfer or Odin Surfer, but I also, in my mind, that build of Surfer is in a different category of deck than the Surfer deck I'm currently playing. Billiam, thank you for the 46 months. Like, the Odin Surfer deck is like a combo linear non-interactive deck. Yeah, it's a Wong combo deck. Whereas, like, this deck is we use Surfer for numbers, but then we also have disruptive elements in Mobius and Killmonger and Red Guardian, if that makes sense. And I don't really have an opinion on which of these two things is better. I'm not sure I know the answer to that. But I think they're like categorically different types of decks, even though they both play the card Silver Surfer. XP Farmer. I mean, this is gold, so I think they were leaving because I snapped. I'm gonna snap before they see the Nova because they were a Rocket Raccoon deck. So if I snap after Nova, they're gonna smell like Killmonger. They notably did not Ant-Man Onslaught Citadel. What are the odds this gets me into trouble? Oh, they're probably Cerebro 5. Yeah, that's a good shout. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Opponent snapped.
They have Doctor Doom. Or, I mean, I think they snapped because they got a bunch of free stats. We get a surfer chat. You Red Guardian of the Cerebro. I mean, maybe. It's only powering up the Spider-Man. And they're unlikely to be able to change that. Need to be 15 less than that, so we're gonna get to Red Guardian. Something over there. You don't need Stargazing at AFK. I haven't spent any actual dollars on it, Ben. I rolled a Celestial in five spins though. There were some free ones that you could buy. Papi! I'm not even sure what this count is, but it's just like actual infinite points, yeah. Oh, come on! Why'd you snap me if you weren't staying here? Just thought better of it at the end? They probably weren't thinking about Carmartage till the end, or that Onslaught Citadel was good for us with Sera. Yeah, it feels like it was I feel like they impulse snapped on 3 because the Gladiator was bad for me, and they didn't think it all through. Sarcastic! Thanks for the baker's dozen. Welcome back. So, I say if you're not snapping and then retreating, you're not snapping correctly, but it's just one of those things where the board wasn't really meaningfully different on the last turn compared to when they snapped. I guess they didn't know we were a Sera deck. They hadn't seen Sera yet. If they didn't know we were a Sera deck, that's pretty reasonable. Maybe that's the case. Unfortunate that I can't play for Stark Tower. Oh, that location blows. Our hand was so good. Should have known Analand was coming up. Our hand was great. No, they snapped after their Spider-Man went into Gutlun. In the last game.
Snap.
Pretty good here. Let to go Sean to the center into Killmonger on the left next turn. Yeah, playing a Cerebro deck Red Guardian release week is a bold strategy for sure. One of those. You didn't really think this one through, moments. Now it's this, yeah? I think I need to put more points here. Simply because, oh, I messed up, chat. I messed up. I should have ended on Brood, because if I draw Absorbing Man.
All systems go.
I wasn't thinking about it. Okay, cool. Never punished. Easy game. If we would have drawn Absorbing Man, I would have want to go Absorbing Man, copy the Brood into Killmonger. And Red Guardian turned out to be reasonably useful in general. Red Guardian is exactly what I expected it to be. It is a very solid, reasonable tech card into a number of things you can expect to play to. Don't you want Silk to end up on the right? I want the most points in the middle.
Victory.
Statistically, the Silks end up on the left, I would wager. Could be right to Killmonger, right? Surfer middle because of that. I could see it. Gonna play the old 3 to 10. Give him the old snap on one here for that.
Opponent snapped.
Vibing on this for now. Papi! Papi! Get wrecked, Raccoon. think it's just this.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I like the bonus on Surfer. Yeah, I need to be able to have Absorbing Man copy Surfer. We're bigger than 20 at both of these spots, so with their Cerebro down, we should be good to go. Son, you hurt yogurt, son. That with a little casserole here. So we see Dr. Doom in the middle.
Victory.
Deck's been pretty solid so far. Surfer's one that felt like it's been close for a little bit. Red Guardian feels like a solid new interactive tool for it. We've got some solid non-interactive adverts. We'll see you in 120 seconds. We'll be back with some more Surfer after. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Do one or two more. We're gonna do one or two more sets with this while I'm having fun with it, but I don't know that I have another deck that I want to play after this, so let's take some viewer submissions. If anybody's got anything they want to inflict on me for a $10 tip, send it my way. Does Red Guardian feel better than Rogue so far in Surfer? I think I would be surprised if Red Guardian's not better than Rogue. I think the ability to play Red Guardian on curve as a 3/5 in most games is quite good. I think Red Guardian might be one of, if not the best designed tech card in Marvel Snap to date. It is a tech card that is interactive against things you want to be interactive against without being incredibly deeply polarizing like Shang-Chi, Enchantress, and some others. It's a tech card that has like a pretty high floor and a lower ceiling than some of the other blowouts that we experience. I think it's a really solid design. Bather. So about the last few months bounced me off a step, but I'm enjoying catching your streams and watching you brew with new cards. Thanks for 11 months. If you haven't checked out my latest addiction, Matthew, you should check out Journey. The drafting in AFK Journeys hooked me like no game since Snap has hooked me. It's great. Brian Lou, thank you for the 5 months. If you have Spotlight keys to guarantee Red Guardian, I think it's a card you will get plenty of play out of. How does Celestials work in terms of faction bonus? I assume they just don't give you a faction bonus to offset some of their strength. Hitstreak said they are sponsoring a couple of viewer decks for the chat. Thank you for the $20 tip. Mace played with the Prime. All right, chat. If you haven't been here for one of Hoaglandia's whales sponsors the viewer decks. If you're someone that likes the idea of submitting a deck, but you haven't been able to in the past for financial reasons, drop me a link to something that you think is sweet, and we'll pick 2 of the links out from chat.
Victory.
Oh, hey, Danica. Yeah, check out Exeter. Her stuff is great. You got a sweet deck. Link me on Untapped or link me on Snapfan. I'll grab 2 of the more interesting looking ones and we'll have them in our queue.
Opponent snapped.
I was only okay here. I'm gonna hedge Alter being good for them and leave. Yes, it needs to be a URL on a community site. Not deck codes, Gap. Come on, Gap. You're not new here.
Opponent snapped.
We'll stay for the snap. My hand's good. Oh, they're Phoenix Force. Although if they're Phoenix Forcing and I have Killmonger, that's not bad for us. Pixie Patriot. We actually played a little bit of that one yesterday, Gap, if you missed it. Or was it the day before? Ooh, Gladiator is good here. It gives them a 50-50 to bring back something else. And if we pull like a Venom out, it'll eat their Carnage. Oh, wait though. The Lamaria means if they have Phoenix on curve, this doesn't work. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. I also, because of Lamaria, I should have played Hope last turn. We have a 50-50 on Red Guardian here. Ever lucky, rubber ducky. Edge.
Escaped.
Yeah, untapped deck links are fine. Lost a coin flip and then lost a 25%er. Unlucky. Also lost to the random fucking location, making it so we couldn't grab their thing a turn earlier.
Snap.
Command reminds me I should publish our Red Guardian video on the YouTube side. Ha! Well, that's a result. They won the coin flip, but then got it eaten. Sure thing, gamer. I don't want to be 3 to 9. This probably dies, but I don't want to be 3 to 9. Oh, for fuck's sake. That was a really frustrating match. I bet if we played this match 100 times, we would win 60 or 70 of them. Incredibly bad variance twice in a row. Never a Killmonger in sight. Lamaria in the first game. Tough beat. Alright, I've got 2 decks here for Hit Streak sponsor for sure. I don't know which 2 yet. Gerthal, thank you for the super giant submission.
Parker!
We're gonna Red Guardian their Nova? Yeah, probably.
Opponent snapped.
Dang, Renslayer. Are they like Mr. Negative? Not a retreat. I give a chance to Mr. Negative.
Escaped.
Turn 3 negative in Danaland.
Snap.
Sand is quite good. Nova to Forge to Burn to Absorbing Man.
Victory.
Amoken, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Appreciate that. Forging Hope here. So we draw Mobius, that is.
Oh, snap.
Can someone make Jeff play Galactus? I actually am not taking Galactus's next submissions anymore. Too many of those submitted in a row. Draw this turn's real solid. So Sera into Hope gives us 7 energy, which lets me Gladiator, Surfer, Absorbing Man all in one go on the last turn, which is slick. What are they possibly setting up on the left? You think it's goblins with the Psylocke? Some type of wand combo? It could be Wong Panthers alone. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Wakanda forever!
We beat that, yeah.
Forever. Victory.
I think we were winning even if they shanked us, yeah? If they shanked, they would have only been at 7 and we would have been winning here still. We would have won here and here. We were 100% there. There wasn't a 50-50 with us alone. That was a heads I win, tails you lose angle for sure. I spent a key and pulled a ghost spider that I owned, and it gave me 1,000 collector's tokens. Is this supposed to happen? He's one of 3 series 4 cards as compensation. Yeah, there's no duplicate protection in the random card at the end. That is a working as intended spotlight cash system.
Oh, snap.
Give them Forge, Absorbing Man, and then they drew a negative card.
Opponent snapped.
I don't know. Maybe they drew something bad and this is a bluff. This seems like a pretty bad snap. I'm leaving under most situations here. They should happily take their 4. I might talk myself into staying 4. Oh, they can absorb me and the Ironheart even. Yeah, that's a good shot. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, really, really mediocre stat, unless they were just bored of waiting.
Snap.
Take this the game.
Snapped.
Let's play a game. Some good RNG. Hopefully we can peel our Killmonger. Woo! Speaking of good RNG. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Do I need more than? Do I need an 8th energy next turn? Is an eighth energy useful? Do I want to do this? Let's just do this, I suppose. Swung right in the mouth. But not the end of the world. We'll both get an energy, fair trade. Ooh, a piece of candy. So I'm gonna gain 5 over here up to 18. I might as well Killmonger in the middle. I don't know, there's a good chance we casserole them here. Play for the left or the right. Ended up being really close. Needed that Killmonger middle. That place that won the game. Alright, it's time for another round of adverts. We're gonna play this deck for one more set, and then we'll move along to our first viewer deck submission of the day. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Watching on the YouTube side, tap the like button. Appreciate the people that help with that engagement. update that burning command there a second too late. There's a link to our Guardian review. Card's real reasonable. Does Roboto work with Null now since he's effectively 0 in hand? She's always worked with Null beans. Is Null ping to a 6-0 now after the patch? Yes. Yes, Null will ping to 6 zeros, regardless of how many things have been destroyed. Picking Evo Hulk. He does keep the gain power because he's on an ongoing effect. There's the difference between like an ongoing and like a high Evo Hulk or like an Ikea powering up a card in your hand. Those are functionally different. Our deck is not good to the Gamma Lab because we're not playing Shang-Chi. Yeah, my base assumption is that my opponents always have Shang-Chi. Because, well, gestures vaguely at the format around us. Surfer yet. Plus 12 in the middle? Can they add 4 in the middle while shagging me on the left is the question. I'll look for one to find out. We're not showing them any cards they don't know that we have. Oh, they do have a D-man, that's true. Felt safe in the middle. Whew, that's close.
Victory.
That was close, gamers. The Valk was a little bit of a jump scare there. They didn't have any ways to break her symmetry, though. Valka's such an incredibly fair tech card. The fact that she needs something more. They got a lot of 5s.
Opponent snapped. Snap.
I'm not playing the Sebastian shot out yet because I don't want to get Killmonger, or I don't want to get Shang-Chi on the left if I can avoid it. You have Agatha takes, if Untap takes Agatha games out of individual card stats. It doesn't, Socio, so you basically just have to filter for top 50%, which gets rid of the Agatha. Alright, will the real Slim Shady please stand up? I mean, their real Mysterio could be right here. We could be getting shanked in the middle. Okay, cool. So it was right, but we didn't get shanked. God bless.
Victory.
I will say, someone was asking me about Sera earlier, and I said I didn't really have a strong opinion on Sera. The hope into Sera on 5 into 3-drop absorbing man on 6 has felt really good in a number of these games. That wasn't a line that I had been thinking about. But it's been super, super relevant. Yes, Sera into Hope on 5 is strong. All right, let's see if we can wrap up this infinite ticket, and then we'll kick over to our next viewer deck, huh? Your review video on Red Guardian, I do, yeah. Yes, having 2 enablers for extra energy is also great. There are 2 enablers that work well together, but also enable well separately. Clean redundancy. One with Teenage Warhead. I don't know. Are there a lot of matchups in this format where that card is useful? A lot of the decks, I guess it's good into Living Tribunal, but Red Guardian's already good there, so I'm not sure you need another card for that. I think with Red Guardian you get a little bit of Warhead becomes a little bit redundant. I also think this archetype struggles to have priority on the last turn when you're playing Sera. Okay, look at opener here. Love a Forge for turn 2. I'd probably snap on that. Although them Nova get decoding match means we can no longer snap. That means they are likely destroy. And it means they are strongly favored with cloning bats. Alright, I'm gonna Brood here, but we're gonna APM concede if they fill the raft this turn. Okay, I think with them not filling the raft, I'm going to... I think with us getting a raft card and them not and cloning bats being here, we have a real shot here. So I'm gonna stay despite the locations being favorable for them, showing them our deck. Because their Mobius bricks their raft card and we can copy ours. Says local man about to get Destroyer. God damn it! Can someone please cue the laugh track at least if we're gonna have this shit happen? Holy. Lucky. Proceed. You ever? Oh my god! And their Nico stopped my Mobius from flipping. So their card is playable. What? What the fuck even is that? How is that real life? Come on, bro. It's just like... Nobody's gonna believe this script. This is supposed to be live TV. You can't. When you have that many unlucky things in a row, it's not believable. The simulation starts breaking down. The simulation starts breaking down when we have that many things happen, chat. My human background, people start to doubt that it's real, and the simulation just goes to shit. It's all awful. Unlucky. Why did our opponent not snap at any point during that match? Because people just don't snap.
What a game.
A lot of people play this game like that button doesn't exist. I paid for real content, not the scripted stuff. Moon. There's a glitch in the Snapverse. The House of Cards is tumbling down. Actually, I'm gonna Mobius this turn because I want to cut them off of death, and I'm definitely playing Sera next turn.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
That one was up there with the they can't shake me everywhere incident. Fair, honestly. We can't see our machine world. There's an Avengers compound and we need the energy. Thanks for the Killmonger, bud. Wasn't gonna be able to crack that open. They do have a 10 power Deadpool, I suppose. But they can't null with their Deadpool. And they can't death because we have Mobius. Do I even keep him honest here? This is +8 in the middle up to 21. This is 12, 4, 16. I think I just want to beat Deadpool in both of these spots, and I assume they play something here. And if they don't play here, we just beat them in these two. The Shaw Surfer Absorbing Man turn 6 is quite strong. Just like casually add 28 points to the board. In a way that's difficult to predict. Sometimes more if you played a Brood earlier. I was thinking about snapping them, but Savage Lands is profitable for them, so I guess we wait. My start's pretty good, though. We'll see what this last location. If this last location is neutral or favorable for us, we'll probably snap. Just because I've, like, Brood into Absorbing Man Brood. It's not neutral. I guess I could give them an Absorbing Man, though. We're not leaving, but I think we're just snapping.
Enough said, bud.
It's not bad for us. Snap now. Oh, the Wolverine, right? If Gladiator pulls Red Guardian, does Red Guardian die? Yes. Yeah, because he won't stop down reveal midway. We'll have a 6 power Red Guardian or something, or they'll be -2 or whatever. But... There's just too many things Gladiator could hit that are in danger here for us. I'm gonna take the 50-50. I'm punching the Wolverine. Unlucky. going back right is unlucky too. We needed this to go here or here.
Opponent snapped.
Not a fucking asshole. Just didn't sound. It's just funny to me how once people make one mistake while snapping, they just make subsequently lots more. It's like, this is the person who in the first game, they didn't snap despite 2 incredibly favorable locations, so we got to leave for 1 cube. And then this one, they emote gloating because we snapped and then things broke favorably for them. Just like, not a remote concept of how to use the mechanic functionally reasonably at all, while also being a dickhead with the emotes. Just a wonderful, wonderful combination. Yeah, they see it as a, I'm winning the game now. And their gloating with the emote is because they think other people view it as an I'm winning the game button. So when we press it and then didn't win the game, they feel like they got us.
Snap.
That also tells us they're more likely to run Shang-Chi. Honestly, that's a good take. Unironically, I think that's a good take. It's unfortunate they have priority here. Why play the Space Toad? Doesn't it just potentially enable death? It draws a card, gamer.
What a game!
I think the comment about their emoting and snapping behavior making Shang-Chi more likely in their destroy deck, I think is probably spot on.
I definitely need to change my underwear.
I'm gonna pull Deathlock out of their deck with this Gladiator as my cold shot. Brood owes us some variance. .23 stag rate is good for us. Up super flow for us.
Opponent snapped.
This gets me to 9, and then it gets me to 817 here. So I lose the null path, and I need this to not end up left. So we definitely stay because we're 66%, but they dead pull somewhere, they null somewhere. If the X23 goes right, the Surfer this is 5. Why not Brood Absorbing Man Surfer? Because they have a giant Deadpool in their hand that they can play.
What a game!
Victory.
Yeah, we were 66% to win here. So long as X23 didn't drop here, we were beating their likely node every time. We lose where this is, and we win so long as this is here or here. They didn't have Shake, that's true. They were playing the Lady Deathstrike build. Good, that's a good shout. This build felt clean. Red Guardian, I really... to repeat what I said in my Red Guardian verdict video this morning, Red Guardian's big appeal compared to other tech cards is the fact that you can play him on curve on turns 3 or 4 and get a decent rate out of him is a big deal that feels strong. His ceiling is lower than cards like Shang or Enchantress or even Rogue, but his floor is so much higher. And past that just more consistent effect, he's also a tech card that's good against Angela and Jeff the Babyland Shark in a lot of games, which is unique. We haven't had that before. I like that. I like that a lot. This build felt clean. I definitely am sold on Hope plus Sera after that set as well. Being able to Hope into Sera on 5, into Shaw, Surfer Absorbing Man, or Gladiator Surfing Absorbing Man felt really good consistently too. Liked it. I liked it a lot.